Yo, welcome back to the channel, man. As always, hope you're feeling loved and blessed. If this content is speaking to you, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Show the support, man. I love when people are interacting with the channel, interacting with the videos, and things like that. So tell me what y'all think. At the end of the day, as we start to get into the colder winter months and everything like that, things become slower. You don't always want to get up. You're not always motivated. But there's always a time for harvest. There's always a time for building. There's always a time for building a foundation and still continue to do that so then you can enjoy when the winter, when harvesting season comes and it's warmer and it's more delicate, you're able to harvest whatever you sowed. But let's go ahead and get into the next episode. Yo, what is good, everybody, man? Welcome back to another Kids Room podcast. And I hope everybody's feeling loved and blessed as always, bro. Today, it's going to be a special topic. I still want to continue to go into Proverbs. I think we're going to be on Proverbs 9 and continue to build on that. But I've been having some things, other topics that have been coming to me and speaking to me. And I just want to continue to talk about that on some of these videos, right? Because people are feeling invisible. They don't understand that their hard work doesn't go unseen, like physically people do not see it. Physically people are not in this room with me, but I know God sees what I'm doing, right? God sees everything that we're doing, whether it's good things or bad, because he knows it all, right? In Matthew chapter 6, verses 4, it says, your Father who sees in secret will reward you. But in the NIV version, it says, so that your giving may be in secret, then your Father who sees what it is done in secret will reward you. So those are the things when people come out of nowhere and get rewards, get blessings, and you feel as if you deserve that. Don't judge a book by its cover. Know that they had to get some work for that. They had to grind for that. They had to sacrifice for that. So if you're not doing any of that, if you didn't do any of that, do not be going to look for someone else's blessing. Do not be envious for somebody else, because that is very selfish and that's very undermining to someone else to say that, yeah, I deserve this or I deserve that, all because of who you think that you are. And you didn't even put the work in for it. So no one might celebrate you, right? But God celebrates you. God is thanking you. God is appreciative of everything that you're doing. God is your biggest fan, watching you, everything that you're doing, and encouraging and cheering you on to continue to get up, carry your cross, and move forward, right? The Bible says that the Father who sees in secret will reward you, right? God pays attention to people that feel they're overlooked. God has not forgotten about you. People see results. God sees effort, right? People don't see your late nights, early mornings, your prayer, the discipline, anything like that, right? But God sees it and he appreciates all of your efforts and your consistency, right? He counts it all. He's counting everything that you do, good or bad, but the good is always outweighing the bad. For people, though, the bad is always outweighing the good. But the Lord sees it as you, on account of his son and the sacrificial lamb and the blood that was shed, that your good and your effort is always outweighing anything of your sin, right? So God honors private obedience. God rewards what you do when nobody else is watching. You have to understand that God is watching you. He's not watching, he's watching everyone, but he's watching you specifically on account of his son. No one else though. He's not judging you based on somebody else. He's not comparing you based on somebody else. You are you. And there's nobody else besides you in his sight, because you are yourself, right? So don't be thinking about other people and what they're doing and what they have, because God is focused on you and what you have and what you are doing, right? God builds in private. That's how he has, that's why you have internal battles and things like that. But that's where he builds champions. Heaven sees what humans ignore. You feel invisible, but to God, you're not, right? You feel invisible to your job or maybe your family, even your friends. But God knows that you are not invisible to him. You were created not to be dependent on other people and what they think, right? Or other people's emotions. You were created, you were born before anyone knew who you were. You were not physically here yet, but you were already born. You were already on God's mind. If God had a mind, God already knew who you were going to be and when he wanted you born, at exact time, exact moment, all those things, right? Because he thought about you. Your parents weren't thinking about you when they were kids, when they were growing up. If you really think of the ultimate thing of life, you're not thinking of anything that is not in your current circumstance, in your current situation, in your current present, right? Because you can't see the future. So when someone comes into your life and they are a blessing or anything like that, and then you start to think about them, you start to care about them, God cared about them before you did. God cared about you before your parents did. God knew about you before your parents did. God knew that you were going to do this and do that and go through this and go through that before anyone did, before you even did. God is all knowing. So don't get discouraged because people don't notice your growth yet. Your consistency is just a seed. It's planting consistently each and every day, even when you don't feel a reward, when you don't see a reward, because it's being recorded by Christ. It's being recorded by God. That the faithfulness is being recorded. And that what you will be judged on is not everything that you have done wrong, but a lot of things that you have done right, even when you felt wrong or even when it was hard. That's all I got for y'all, man. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Keep doing the right thing even when nobody sees it. God is applauding you. God is encouraging you. God is cheering you on, man. God honors it each and every step of the way. I appreciate y'all for tapping in with me on this one, and I hope y'all catch me on the next one.